Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic:
what is criminally overpriced? Funerals. Not funerals, per se, but even for pets the prices for services surrounding death are outrageous. I had to put my cat that I'd had for over 17 years to sleep on Thursday. And the vet service that put her down and handled the cremation had standard and premium pet urns. The standard urns were included in the price and were either a cheap plywood box or a burlap sack. The premium urns were metal or stone with the option of touches like paw prints or a comforting saying inscribed on them. Of course the nice urns were all an extra $150 $200 on top of the $10 I was already paying for euthanasia and cremation. I remembered hearing how overpriced caskets are for funerals. So I decided to do some digging and found the exact same premium urns on Amazon for $34. The remains are put in a plastic bag before being placed in the urn. So I'm gonna get a crummy free one for now and order a nicer one without the 600% markup. And transfer the remains over. I'd like to think my old lady cat would approve on me spending that extra markup money on a bottle of champagne to toast to her memory. Anyway, we wanted to put a notice in the newspaper when my dad passed. But the cost was something insane like $1,200 while a regular classified ad was like $8. Even online versions of obituaries are way too expensive for what they are. Tell me about it. I lost my baby brother on 8/21 and my granny on 8/27. I had to pay for 2 funerals in 6 days this year. Literally about killed me financially, considering I was paying for cancer treatment for myself as well. My brother's funeral was nearly $17,000 and my family helped with granny's, but that was still another $10,000 I paid and my family paid the rest. That's not including the headstones, food, venues for the luncheon after the services. That added another $10,000. I was out nearly $40,000 in 6 days. This is why I always recommend people take out some sort of life cover even if it just pays out $10,000 to $15,000 on death. I've also told my sister if I perish that a cardboard or wicker coffin is fine. Or cremation, whichever is cheapest. Scattering me at an existing relative's grave or treasured place is good. Absolutely no need for a headstone or mahogany coffin or any pish like that. College books. No, don't worry. You can sell them back at the end of the class. Well, some of them you can. For 1% of what you paid for them. Oh, looks like the new edition came out for this book. So we can't accept the old one. Yes, there's a difference between the books. The cover is completely different. Ticket website service fees. Ticketmaster period. At the Paralympics they have a top guy from Ticketmaster present a medal. They booed him lol. Insulin. My mom is AT1 diabetic, has been since 9 and she's 50 now. Medicine and health insurance has always been a struggle for her and it bothers me sincerely how there has been no progress on lowering those prices for people who need it to simply survive. Hey, my partner is AT1D. We went several years without insurance. If you are in the US you can get old school generic insulin from Walmart for $25 a vial. It isn't as effective as the newer stuff but it will keep a person alive. It is technically over the counter. Don't have to have a prescription. But you do have to ask the pharmacy for it. We try to get the word out whenever we can to help those who might be rationing their insulin. Here is an article on Walmart insulin. My mother could only afford food or meds. She chose food. She's dead. Inkjet cartridges. Next printer you need. Go laser. Definitely cheaper in the long run. I would rather not own a printer than have to endure inkjet. I love my laser even if I can learn Sanskrit while it warms up. Finally, cost of replacing ink is starting to become a selling point in printers. With the generation of refillable ink printers like Epson's EcoTank range. Instead of hundreds of pages per cartridge replacement, you get tens of thousands of pages per tank refill. It also means the ink can't be DR-med. The difference in running costs will be extreme. And you get color beating mono laser. The printer is over $200 but that's only because the old way subsidized the printer cost by forcing you to buy cartridges. The greatest lie HP ever sold was that everyone needs an inkjet printer. Unless you're a photographer, a decent, nice laser printer will be far more economical for daily or bi-yearly use and toner doesn't dry out if you leave it sitting. If you need nice photo prints you're significantly better off getting them printed for you. You'll have much nicer and larger variety of options that way. Airport food and drinks. $7 for a granola bar. $6.95 for water. $22 for beer. $17 for a chicken wrap. $9 for trail mix. It's criminal. Oregon has entered the chat. They have a law prohibiting any markup at the airports from normal retail prices. We have this law in NJ as well. What OTG? The airport franchise operator does is collect all their normal retail prices from tourist rip-off shops in Times Square. $5 bottles of water are the norm there. Especially when they don't let you bring drinks into the terminal. You can bring an empty water bottle and just fill it up in the airport. You can even bring the fancy insulated ones, so long as you don't have water in them.